Hi, my name is Jodi Picoult. I am 44 years old and I am a author. I am a best-selling author of 18 novels. Today I'll be answering questions from my email that some of my readers have emailed me from the book called The Pact, which I wrote in 1998. The first question was, what was my motivation for writing this book? Well, I was a teacher, an English teacher, and I was an eighth grade teacher. There was this student. She was very suicidal, and she, I would notice how depressed she was and how upset she was in my class. So, and she wouldn't talk. In my class, I like for my students to be engaged in our activities, and she wasn't. She didn't talk to anybody. So every day I made her stay after school with me to write, you know, and that helped her because eventually she graduated. But I had to go on maternity leave, and so I wasn't there with her for a while to see, her progress through what she was going through. Another question is, if I hadn't went on maternity leave, do I think I would have made a difference? Like, I already made a difference in her life, but I think if I hadn't went on maternity leave, it would have been a greater, impact on her life because for the fact that she was suicidal and I was the person that she confided in because, I was her teacher and, she saw me 5 days a week for like 8 hours and, she put her trust in me and I respected that. So I tried my ability to the best of my ability to contain that relationship. But when I went on maternity leave, it kind of broken apart because I was gone for so long. But in the end, she graduated, and I'm very happy of that. And, I'm very proud of her. Another question is, how do I persuade my topics when I'm writing? Well, in majority of my books, they're from everyday life situations. Like all of my characters, they are real life people with a little, twist to it, so it won't be, so just plain. I want to give my readers something to look forward to. Like in Lifetime movies where you think something's going to happen, but it really doesn't. That's how I portray my books to be. Even though everyone has a different perspective on what on life and what they read, I still want to give them that opportunity to be able to, have a little argument with their mind. Like, oh, this is going to happen. Oh, this is going to happen. And then when it happens, they're like, oh, why did she do that? And that gives them, little breakthrough, what to. Um, what made me want to be the person that the girl confided in? Well, I don't like to see people down. With my husband and my children, I'm the person that keeps us together, like I'm the glue to our family. When things go wrong, I'm the person that, oh, it's going to be okay, we'll make it through. And, I met with her parents and the rest of her teachers, so we became a team so that she would be able to have a different outlook on life because she was so down. She was looking at things at a very dark way. Like, she just didn't, see things that we saw things. And I wanted to change that. I knew I had the ability to. It took time, patience, and a lot of effort, but it was worth it. I got to save the life of a young girl, who's very smart, who's very, she has a promising future. I saw potential in her, and, I didn't want to see that go to waste, me being a teacher and a mother. Another teacher, about the book, about there were two lovers, Emily and Chris. They were like 16, 17. She confided in him. She wanted to kill herself. She didn't tell anyone but him because their bond was so strong. They met each other when they were 6 months. Their parents were best friends. They lived next door. So, they had that type of relationship. And the question, how did Emily kill herself? She didn't kill herself. Like, while you were reading the book, like, I've had people, comment and tell me how they liked the book. They thought she was going to kill herself. Like, oh, she killed herself and Chris watched and he fainted. And so the police came, and so that's why they think Chris did it. But that wasn't the case. Since their bond was so strong, like when they were younger, let's say like she fell and hurt her knee, Chris would somehow, he would have a scar on the same exact place and he would be crying. Like they shared pain like twins. So when he felt, he didn't want to see her pain. He felt how she was feeling when she was wanting to kill herself, but she couldn't do it. So she wanted him to do it. And he took it upon himself. Oh, I love her so much. I would do anything for her. And I hate to see her right here in this pain. So he killed her. He shot her. Do I think there were deeper secrets as to why Emily killed herself, or could that would have been someone that was trying to kill her? No, I do not think, while I was writing this book, it didn't come across my mind, oh, I should make it seem like someone else is after her. It was just her. She kept everything on the inside. She didn't talk to anyone but Chris. And because her and Chris were so, their bond was so strong, she felt like he was more of a brother to her than a lover. And like he would want her to do things that she didn't feel comfortable with. And that made her even more so on the side where I'm going to keep this to myself. I'm not going to tell anybody. And she thought that was the right thing to do. In some cases, it's good to keep things on the inside because you don't want to tell everyone your business. But in most cases, you need to let those things out. It is unhealthy. That's what causes these depression states and these suicidal thoughts, because you feel as if no one's there for you. But in reality, there is. You just have to open up and let them be there for you. I'm going to answer one more question. I'm going to pick one from about the student. Why did I choose her as a target? To know, why didn't I refer her to someone else, like a professional? And could there have been a love triangle between the student and me and someone else that was making her feel that way? It goes hand in hand with the story as to why Emily wanted to kill herself, because when she got pregnant, she didn't tell anybody. And some may think that the reason why she didn't tell Chris is because it wasn't Chris's, it was someone else's. That's probably why she was so, self-conscious. She didn't share anything. But no, there couldn't have been a love triangle. It was just her and Chris. And she didn't share anything with her teachers or her parents. Same thing with the 8th grader who I was teaching. She didn't talk to anybody really. She confided in me, because I'm there with her. And no, there was no love triangle. Honestly, that question is very, it's irrelevant to the story and to the book and to the situation with the young girl, because it was 2 people and they made a pact, like, I love you and I will do anything for you. If you're happy, I'm happy. And that's the situation. So no, there was no love triangle. I think that's it for now. Maybe I'll answer some more questions later on down the line, but for now I want to thank you for sending in your questions, and I hope that I answered them that I gave you the answer you wanted. Thank you for reading my books. Stay tuned in for more answered questions. Thank you for watching.